Hi there, Waba. Thank you very much for that raid. I hope you had a wonderful time. And of course, welcome on in everybody from the raid. If you don't know who I am, my name is A-Dylite, A-Dylite if I may add. I am slowly recovering from a cold that I was having for, like, forever. But I'm finally starting to feel a lot better than I was before. Slowly starting to get back into things. And for now, I'm just starting up a short, Pokopia stream. I'll only be on for a couple hours compared to my usual 6 hours, but it should be a fun time. And I'm glad that you had a fun night. I hope that you all enjoy your time here. And hi there, Camilla. Alright, so for starters, Carver. You're fine on going 3 hours. Nice, Ryan. Carver resubbed while I was getting ready. And the reward for Carver is a tier 1 gift sub to any channel, so I will gift a sub to any channel you'd like. It can be this one, or it could be another stream that you follow. Alright. Well, okay. I just realized I never started words on stream. Gift one to myself. Very well, then. Why don't we gift a sub to the person that just raided? Let's gift one to Waba. Wonderful. Then I just gotta make just a couple of more changes. And let's see. No problem. It's been a while. I'm so happy to see you. While I am spinning the wheel, it's not for myself, but for Waba. Since I don't want to give myself a reward. Which is me hydrating. Good news, I have water. I will consume the water. To be honest, I kind of need it. The state I'm in right now. There we go. Alrighty. It's been very different from me last remembered. So, this month I have not been streaming much, and that's a result of me... That is a direct result of me being sick. I haven't really been on as much. And then I think just, like, before that, I think a combination of just being demotivated and tired resulted in a lot more streams starting at night as opposed to during the day. So a lot more streams would start at around this time. But I'm working on slowly starting a lot earlier. And that way I can actually be on for a longer amount of time during the day instead of the middle of the night. But yeah. I've been around, just been streaming at different times. How have you been? You're now in the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption. Nice. It was Coke, Ben. It's a tradition in the stream that I open either a Coke or Pepsi can in the mic. Alright. Oh, hi Typhlosion, what's up? You are definitely heavier. Alrighty. Nothing too crazy on your end, just same old. That's completely understandable. I get that, although, what's it called? I'm glad that you've been well at the very least. Your streak might be in danger starting around Wednesday. Are you going on another yearly vacation around this time of the year? Because I know this happened to you last year. Hi, Tatsugiri. Apple's coolest friend. Oh, so this is the Tatsugiri from Apple. Oh. I miss Apple, although she should be back soon. A photo. So, take Tatsugiri with me. Open up snapshot mode. I'm thinking of Odyssey. Open up this, and let me get rid of... I can get rid of the photo ops, since those, like, automatically stay. Right. We can even get Tangrowth in. Well, we could have. Goodbye, Tangrowth. Paying bills, updating Twitch channel, and remembering to make an intro video and a reliable raid message. That's very fair. At the end of the day, I'm just glad that you've been keeping well despite that. Carnivore. Also, I just realized, silly me, where are my stream avatars? And also, since I think I finally figured out why my PC was freezing a bunch the other day, I think I can re-enable some of my channel points now. I disabled them just in case, but I think we can have them on now, because it turns out in case anyone isn't in the loop, I think my USB hub was like overloading my PC, and that was why it kept freezing up. I found that out yesterday, so I was actually able to stream like without any issues after that. I just gotta figure out something new. Right. I did open up Pokopia for a little bit earlier today while I was at a family gathering for Father's Day. Which, by the way, is the reason why I could not start earlier. I did get home a few hours ago, although I got so tired I almost didn't stream today. But I decided, you know what, why not? I'll hop on for a little bit. I'll probably be on till 1 a.m. minimum. 1 a.m. EST. Now, I did have a game plan, and that game plan requires me to go to the Affinity Haven, otherwise known as my save files palette town. No problem, Ryan. Alright. So, I believe I wanted to go to different Dream Islands. That way I can get more human records. There's one that has an emote that I'm looking for, but we can just start by going to the Arcanine doll. Because that specific Dream Island will have the record that I'm looking for. Alright. Oh, I just realized I forgot something important. Oh well. You lost access to all your horses in the epilogue? Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I'm gonna temporarily head on over to a scene that just has only my gameplay. Just for a second. Just so I can grab a scene projector. There we go. Alright. So where is this cave? Where did it pop up this time? Oh, hey, it's Hello. You have to get new horses, but you miss your horses. That is completely fair. This is gonna be a marathon for Florida Gato. I remember having a lot of trouble finding the, like, entrance to the cave on this one. Well, I mean, I did find it, but I'm not sure if Rogata will find it. That's fair, Mysterious Stars, since I've definitely experienced a similar issue, where I've had to, like, go to 720p just because, of lag or drop frames or whatnot. I'm very much capable of streaming at 1080p. I could stream at a much higher quality if I want. I'm just staying on the safe side. Because you never know. This cave was very hidden. Yeah, this was extremely hidden. But I refuse to believe that this is the only spot that has something. Surely there's something else as well. But what? I did come from this direction, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's nothing else here. I haven't really been working on builds lately. But right now, I'm trying to get all the human records, which are some magazines that I need, and I also need some photos. After that, I'll have gotten every single thing from Dream Islands. Well, that's not entirely true. Also, thanks to a friend, I did manage to snag an item that I've been looking for a very long time, which is the common candy. A friend was able to help me out with that one. What's it called? All I need is an item called... I know it's here somewhere. Yeah. All I need is this item called the Grubby Tablet. After that, I'll have everything. Well, at least for now, before the DLC comes out. But that is why I'm here. Underwater. Unfortunately, despite all the work I made on the underwater tunnel, they decide that they want to add that. So at first, it absolutely devastated me. But it's grown on me. Yeah, after all that, they decide that, you know what, it's a good idea that to just add this. Which, just the ability to have an air bubble to go underwater is free, which I like. But there's a DLC that adds an entirely new town. Not only that, but the DLC comes in multiple parts, meaning that there'll be even more things alongside just the underwater stuff. So there's a second part that has new features, and then there's another one that just has a new town. And that's next year. So Pokopia will still have, like, DLC in 2027. So that'll be interesting. No, I don't want to open up Mario Kart. I would love to play with Carver, although I would rather Mario Kart another time. Okay. Am I really not finding any human records? Am I out of luck? Is this an unlucky day? Ooh, something I did just realize. I need to hurry up because One of the islands I want to go to is Zet's Cloud Island, and Zet is 5 hours ahead of me, meaning that the 5 a.m. reset will be happening in 45 minutes on their Cloud Island, which means that I can get 2 Cloud Islands today. Which means I need to hurry up and get over there. Did I really find the same thing again? Yeah, wow. Man. These ones always get me. But I think I finally found something. Sorry, Florogato. Or did I find something? Now I don't even know for sure. Maybe the grubby papers was actually, like... Yeah, I'm starting to believe that now. Now that I'm looking at this. That sucks. I'll have to come back to this island later. But man. It's kind of devastating. I know I shouldn't really be looking up here, because this is like the mountains, like the top of it. So you're not really going to find caves. But you never know. But the biggest issue is that I did find multiple caves. And both had grubby papers and other items, which leads me to believe that I'm not going to be getting anything else, so... I say we quit for now and we head back. Alright. Alright. That is a Charmander stamp. I found every single doll except for the one I'm looking for. The problem is I didn't take Dracloak with me, so I can't, you know... I can't use the dowsing machine. Well, I could, but, you know... Thing about Cloud Islands, though. Cloud Islands don't usually have that much. Well, okay. If I can't find it, then let me see. Oh wait, no, it's right here. I didn't even see. There was a Ditto doll. It was either that or the substitute doll. Alright. Let's go. Immediately I fell into something. It's an item. Or rather a CD. Well, a CD is an item, but, you know. Those in particular, I think, are almost always CDs. I'm finding today I'm having to clear my throat a lot more than yesterday. And I think I know the exact reason why. There's one thing I did yesterday that I didn't today, and that was take meds. Hi, Frodogato. Is this where I was before? Oh no, it wasn't. This is new. I can tell because of just how much there is. That is very deep. Well, we found something. Until after drugs. Nope. Pokemon Breeder. That is another new outfit. I think this is the outfit for Lyra. No, I am changing back. Okay. I have found what I wanted here. I will now return home. Or rather, I'm gonna go back to the... See, I'm gonna go back to the island, but just for that challenge that I want to report. Alright. That is very true, Nova. Hi there, Ellie. By the way, while you were gone yesterday, I spun the wheel for your sub. And it landed on hugs, so today I'm giving you not one, but 2 hugs. There you go. Yeah. I don't blame you because, in the time that happened was when my stream crashed for a second. And it didn't end up coming back until like 20-30 minutes later. Hi there, Ian. But yeah, I hope you've been keeping well. That goes for both of you. Both you and Ian. I am carrying too much stuff. Class. Also lost your streak. I did see your avatar yesterday. I'm just gonna place things at this point. I can open this, right? Yeah. I'm just gonna put stuff in here because my inventory is filled to the brim with things. You were on 1.5 hours of sleep yesterday since you had to leave the hotel at 4:30 in the morning. Oh yeah, and get back to the hotel until 10:45 p.m. after Disney World. Yeah. I definitely know how that feels, Ellie. Nonetheless, I hope you've been able to get more sleep since. Something I need to check these for. Wait a minute, no. I might actually have these already. Let me check. No. Wow. Also got rained on at Disney World, which is why you showered and had a hard time sleeping afterwards. That's very fair. That sounds frustrating. Rain is one thing I'm not the biggest fan of sometimes. Especially when you want to, like, go out somewhere, but then all of a sudden you just, you freak out because of rain. You have to, like, run inside somewhere. I think I'll take a gamble and go to an Arcanine Island again. Actually, no. My sights are telling me Dragonite. Let's see. Versal Islands of Adventure was so much fun. I really want to go to Epic Universe. Since they opened up Nintendo World last year. So I've been meaning to make another trip to Universal as a result. We just have a lot going on in our family. I haven't been to Florida since the senior trip for high school. Is that? It's a grubby cell phone. Nah, God, that's 2 duds today. I will say, we are going to start seeing that a lot more, because the more human records I have, the less new things I'm going to find. A little inconvenient. This one I can't refresh immediately like Zet's Island, but it is what it is. The Toad restaurant was cute. You know, every time I go to Nintendo World, at least in Hollywood, I never get to go to the Toad restaurant because it's immediately occupied. Like the queue is completely full and they cannot have any more guests. So it's always annoying every time, but I've only ever gotten to see it from the outside. Got lucky and didn't have a wait time. What food did you have there? It was later in the day, so it had slowed down. That's fair. The way that it worked, at least in Hollywood, was that that was just it for the rest of the day. And finally, the only other Dream Island I can check is the one on Cheshly's Island. This is the only one with a link code. What? It's nothing. Just your island is helping me with something that progresses towards 100%. Oh, by the way, Chesh, I owe you a hug. After my stream crashed yesterday, I did come back, and I spun the wheel for you. And one of those things was a hug, so you get not one, but 2. One for yesterday and one for today. Gyarados? I already have a Gyarados stamp. Yeah. Well, Ben, I knew that was going to happen because I saw Cheshly's Jirachi. Whenever I see Cheshly's Jirachi avatar, that's how I know that if I say her name, it is very likely that she'll say something. Very overstimulating for you. You had so many stairs and your feet are done for. Oh, that's very fair. I totally get that. Yes, Chesh is always listening. Except for yesterday. Yesterday I was not successful with the Cheshly summons. I forgot what I needed you for. Maybe my memory will come back to me. I know why I was unsuccessful, though, because yesterday you were spending time with a friend. And I am also always listening. You didn't know you were summoned. It's not your fault. You had a busy day. It's the whole reason you didn't stream. I'm looking for a thing. My memory is starting to come back to me. Maybe. Oh! I remember what it was now, and it turns out it was something that I already got solved. I needed a second Pokopia player to test out the lava pit minigame, as that's what I spent yesterday's stream making. Well, part of it anyway. There ended up, another friend ended up popping in, and we got to test it out. And I learned a lot. Such as I made the arena way too big. I also did some slight work on that area by that giant boardwalk on your on your Cloud Island. This block, it is... yeah. Unlike chess, you can't be summoned. That is fair. For me, unless some unforeseen circumstance happens, I always have a tab open of friends, like Cheshly, for example. Cheshly stopped streaming hours ago, and I have a Cheshly tab up. Also, hi there, Weller. I am alright. I hope all is well with you. Peculiar pattern? Sure. Yay. So now... So we found 2 new things, and got 2 duds, which sucks. Today was not our lucky day. The only downside, Chesh, is that, if you have a tab open, like, an hours or even a day prior, it's not always gonna load the stream, and my view only counts if I have a video running. That's why I left my computer on while I went to the family gathering. Because I wanted to make sure that my view counted for you. I even put you up on both PCs. Dedication! You saw someone who was watching your channel and we're assuming you have questions. It's not even that I'm actively have it on. It's just more, you just add, I just have it open on the browser, but I don't actively have it open. We're inflating your numbers. That is not exactly how that works, Chesh. Pretend more people really like you. You don't have to pretend, because it's true. You know just how many people show up right at the beginning for you. You know just how many people love and care about you. All is well with you, thanks for asking. You can't tell, if that's me that sent that message, or that was a bot. Oh, the hug requires a valid target. Yeah, that was, the bot. Because that's like a message for stream avatars. thing. Pokemetal. Oh yeah. It's always worked on the YouTube side. At least the Stream Avatar one. Just not like the Twitch message. Like, that's a separate one. This is a very weird Dream Island setup. You're gonna get some more sleep. You got 9 hours last night, but you gotta catch up on more. More sleep as you were only getting 4 hours during your trip. That's completely fair. I hope that you'll be able to get a lot more rest, though, Ellie. And just remember that I love and appreciate you a lot. Well, Weller, the reason why the sound effect and stuff doesn't go off is because, for a command to work, at least for that one, it has to have an exclamation mark at the very beginning. But the bot message that relays from YouTube to Twitch says from YT in the beginning, meaning that the exclamation mark isn't in the beginning of that message from Delightful Bot. But also, even if that wasn't the case, Delightful Bot is whitelisted from having a stream avatar, so it would not work in any way. But yeah. Thank you, Cheshley Island. You helped me out. And now, I'm gonna get out of here. I had this insane idea for this island. But even though I know Cheshley is, like, somewhat retired from playing Pokopia, I'm still cautious about what I make. First off, I fixed up the stairs and, like, got the path all the way up to here, but I had some sort of weird idea that wouldn't make complete sense, which is having a giant bridge that goes over this entire lake. Because I love the idea of, like, this giant road being like a sort of like a main road, like a main street, with, like, the smaller path being like a tiny strip. Which is why which would explain why the path is so big and why it leads into a boardwalk eventually. Cheshley has a Pokeathon and, by extension, a Zeldathon going on. So those are exclusively the games she's been streaming. Also, this is how you know I love Cheshley. I have her schedule, like, engraved in my brain. So I know the times to be there. And I just know whenever to hop on. and when I should wake up. But also, I just recently got promoted over there. For those that don't get the joke, whenever someone gets a mod, or gets modded, I like to say that, it's a promotion. Wait, oh, I did open this for a reason. I would like to appraise this small lost relic, which is a clear amulet. This Cloud Island has had a history of helping me with so much. Cheshire Island was the reason I 100%ed the recipes. This place is special. You're going to make that big empty square like a town center with a fountain in the middle. Big empty square. Oh. Is that what this fountain is? Or are you referring to something else? You said left. When I had my camera pointed that way, this was my left. In front of the dock. Am I in the right place? Okay. Oh, so let me double check. Well, technically I don't always know when Cheshley's gonna be on, because, what's it called? The games and schedule get posted every week. It's like a weekly schedule. Usually I have weekly schedules, but, I sort of lost my consistency a while back. But I always know that Cheshley will stream at 1 p.m. on some days and 4 p.m. on others. That's in my time zone. So I'm like, okay, set an alarm for like an hour before in case I have a really bad sleep schedule. You are very predictable. Like, for example, your Saturdays are almost always the later start. And now I'm starting to notice that your Tuesdays are also following that similar trend. Oh yeah, Cheshley. While I was on your Cloud Island yesterday, and I was going to Dream Islands for 100%, this happened out of nowhere. So, you now have Suicune. Yeah. That happened accidentally. I didn't mean to find Suicune, it just kind of happened. I need to catch nighttime Pokemon, so that's why Tuesday. Well, Yeah, although I guess the nighttime Pokemon would show up a little later. So that's fair. Because nighttime Pokemon, I think nighttime is counted in the game as 6 p.m. or later. Of course, in your respective time zone. Anyways, what did you want to show me? Really rewards thing going on. Oh yeah, I remember that going on for a while. Careful not to make yourself dizzy. Is this supposed to be a mark of where it's supposed to be? Because if so, this was the exact spot that I was in. This is exactly the spot I was standing in when I asked you. But, yeah. I could see that. Like just a giant fountain in the middle. The fire is the fountain. You know what, I'll tell you what. Let me see. I may not tomorrow, Andrew, although for Mario Maker 2's 7-year anniversary, on the 28th, I may be streaming it for 12 hours. I think I want to wait for my voice to fully recover before I stream Maker again. And the 28th is still a week out, so... Chesh, I have a question. If you had a fountain, let's say the fountain had a statue, what direction would you want the statue to be facing? Facing away from the water. So facing where Ditto is looking at right now. Gotcha. Not fully, Andrew. I still have to clear my throat a lot. But, what's it called? I should be back to 100% by then. Yeah, it's just residual at this point. It's not really that much. Where is Tinkaton? Not here. I'm all good now. Trust me, it was a lot worse before. Oh, I need bricks. I think... Did I happen to get my hands on any squishy clay? Yes, I did. But before I go over to a fire type, just one thing I wanted to check. The, It looks like there are no bricks in the chests. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that there were small lost relics in here. I am going to appraise those when I get a chance. Hello there, Torchic. I am going to wake you up from your slumber. With this. That's fair, Weller. It's totally fine if not. I feel like my pockets are full in, like, every single island. Except for Zet's. I realize now that that chest, I think, is supposed to be the plant chest. Oh well. I can reorganize things a little later. I just need to empty out all the stuff I have. At least for now. We can always reorganize things later. Once we get bricks, we'll be able to build a fountain to realize Cheshley's vision. Just one thing I have to check first. Is this perfectly even? Yes. I'm happy. You gonna take off for the night? And take care of a thing or two before you hit the sack? No worries, Weller. I appreciate you popping in, and I hope that you have a great rest of your night. And I hope you sleep well. Have a good night, Ben. No problem. Wow, Furukato actually got up here. I'm very surprised by that. It's because the TV allows the Pokemon to follow you up on the roof. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to take care of while we wait for Torchic. I've only got 4 so far. Which means we just need 6 more. I just realized I was muted. But what's it called? As a heads up, Chesh, when the time comes, the next thing that I'm gonna ask you to draw, one of them anyway, is Meowscarada. Oh, I am best friends with Meowscarada. I thought I wasn't. So I guess it's just Floragato. Besides Charmander. Charmander was okay. I need to look at Charmander again. Oh, Charmander was phenomenal. Now that I'm looking at it again. You think his head looks squished? I wouldn't sell yourself short. Being completely serious, though, your drawings bring me a lot of joy. Like, I love every single one that you make. Like, it has this charm and vibe that I just really love. Yay. He set out kind of the vibe of the place. Yeah? What should I be looking after? Oh, I see. Yes, I absolutely see the vision. In fact, Magby, come over here. Cereals for crafting, so you just used whatever you had. That's fair. I would love to help out with this. I see the vision you're making, and I'm all for it. Is Furogaton just not gonna... Oh, there we go. I have one here too, you know. You're just not gonna... Okay, fine. And then this one. Perfect. Why are there just apples here? 14 apples. Okay. $12.20. I got so confused. I'm like, it's gonna be $12.20 in 1 minute. No, I have to remember that Cheshly is in Central Time. So that is actually in 1 hour. Oh well. I wanted to look for an electric Pokemon. Did we not spawn Pikachu in? Oh, well, we have Pikachu, but Pikachu is not exactly... I'm looking for a regular Pikachu. Did I not spawn in regular Pikachu? Or any electric type for that matter. Let me see. Something I need to check with Rotom. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we just don't have an electric type on this island. Between you and me, there is a Pokemon that I really like using. Well, there's a couple. But let's see. The elevated pink tall grass. I would like to make this habitat to spawn in either... let me see. I would like to use this to spawn either a Wattrel or a Kilowattrel. No. I wouldn't say this is my favorite game. It's too much of a recency bias. Even just recently, I was getting very bored of it. I don't really have, like, a favorite game. There's no set game that I have, like, a special interest where I'm, like, really, like... Like, of course, I was certainly very invested in this game at one point, but... No, I would not say that this is my favorite. I still think that that would belong to some sort of Mario game if I had to guess. When you say you wanted a fountain here, I'm guessing you weren't really imagining a path per se, but mainly just a staircase that leaded? I really just said that. That led up to a fountain. Wow, grammar. Grammar's a thing. Oh. Oh, I never brought Slowbro over. I thought I did. Hi. When Galaxy 1 and 2 became your favorite games, there was a period where you would have still said Odyssey was your favorite, even if in your heart it wasn't. That's fair. Perfect, you were one of the Pokemon I was looking for. Hi there, Watchroll. Can you light this up for me? There you go. We still need to get more plants, although I know we have plenty in the chest. But I like this. I wonder, when the DLC comes out, and like underwater elements get added, I wonder if Cloud Islands will also get like an upgrade that'll allow you to go to places. Because I think that would be interesting. Another new Pokemon. Wow. For a while you thought you became during your first playthrough of Galaxy 2. As it turns out, Galaxy 2 was your playthrough only started after the name change, not before. That's fair. Oh, here's something only I would probably want. You know how when you go under, like, small area, you temporarily just revert back to being Ditto, and you can go through one block areas. I wish there was a button toggle that would let you always be able to freely switch between Ditto and human Ditto. In case I want to just like chill or take photos as just regular Ditto. Oh. I think I see what you're after. I wasn't fully getting the vision until you put the cash register here. Although I guess it makes sense considering there's a Pokemart over there. Pokopia 2 for the Switch 3. Oh god. What would Pokopia 2 even be? Because by that point humans had already... I guess it would just be a recreation of Johto, but I don't know. Like, we kind of already solved the mysteries of where the humans went. Never should be. I don't know about that. Wait a minute. I was supposed to go pick up Florigato. I saw Florigato was stuck by... Yep. Hi. How did you get up there? Played one Pokemon game. Zero in charge. I put in badly. Who knows? I forgot what flavor, or what flavors Florigato likes. Sour flavors. Sour apples, perhaps? Alas, it just so happens that Cheshly's Island I believe her island's native fruit is the asparaberry, which is the sour berry. Why is it not activating here? There are plenty of vegetables. There you go. There's just these, and then that's it. There we go. The harvesting has been completed. Hi, Torchic. Thank you for the rest of the bricks. No problem, Clemmy. I appreciate you so much. You are amazing. I love you as always. Oh, so in case anyone wasn't here yesterday, there's something I noticed about the Jirachi event, that I think is just really silly. The Jirachi event starts and ends on significant days of my life. The Jirachi event starts on the anniversary of my high school graduation. That's June 23rd. And it ends on my birthday, July 8th. So my 21st birthday gift is for Cheshire beloved Pokemon to no longer have its event. That's my birthday present? That's crazy. Where he belongs. True. You know, Mysterious Star, Tan also really likes Jirachi. We have a lot of Jirachi lovers around here. Though I think, out of all of the people that like Jirachi, I probably think of Cheshly the most because Jirachi is like, I feel like Jirachi is everywhere with Chesh because, for one, it's her avatar here, but also on Discord. Her PFP has Jirachi, which I suppose by extension Tan also has it. It's just small and it's hard to see. I forgot about that. But I'm also not actively looking at your tattoos. Otherwise, I would look like a creep. Sadly, as a star, you can't get a tattoo. The ink would melt. I'm in a position where I want to work on things here, but I don't want to work on big things on an island that's not mine. At least not without consent. Like, again, I had this crazy idea where there were just a large set of stairs that eventually leads to this bridge that goes over this lake and then lands somewhere around here. The thing is, that would be very overboard if I did that. That'd be like a lot. See, that too. Even though what I was thinking of was something more natural, but still. I think the big thing for me is that I really wanted this giant path to continue in some way. Because that giant path gets interrupted by this lake. So that was why the bridge idea came up. Because this place just feels special. Like it should have a name or like some sort of significance. Which I suppose is why we're building the fountain and also the things around it. We also have the smaller paths, like the one near the Pokemon Center, which that could very well lead to other places as well. Though also, nature is not my forte. So it's a lot harder for me to come up with more of a nature vibe. I'm more of a modern person. I like roads, buildings, and things like that. So I always have to shift my mindset quite a bit. I will say, though, if you come up with ideas for anything and you want my help, just let me know. In case I can't come up with anything. I know that this is not really nature-y, but I just really think that this Pokeball sofa could go somewhere. Perhaps Cubone would use it. And I guess me placing that increased the environment level. No worries. I placed a single sofa and that increased the environment level. Let's kind of see the vibe. I can work with this. If you're okay with it, I could definitely try and make something. I just have to keep in mind that sort of nature aspect. I just have one question, though. Are these just supposed to be, like, stalls? Like, you go up to, say, like, I don't know, some sort of flea market and it's just like a stall? Or is it supposed to be like a shop that you walk into? Much like what the Pokemart's gonna be. A little market. Yeah, okay. So, I'm guessing the sand is supposed to represent, like, the back of the stall where everything is. Yeah, alright. I can work with this. I got you. I would be willing to help your vision come true. Because I feel like I don't get to help you enough. You help me all the time. What have I done? Yeah, I gifted 15 subs, but like... I still think I could be a better friend. Shesh, I misread your message as, that is not helpful. And I'm like, wow, rude. Oh, shoot. Yes, I gifted 15 so that you could have another remote slot. Because you know what's important to me? Your happiness. Yes. I just want to help in any way I can. I was thinking more of the mental aspect. In the sense of, you have always been here for me when I've needed, to just chat. Yes. Which, I know that there's still something that you said that I need to reply to. It's just my head hasn't been in that fogged up state. Therefore, I haven't really needed to reply. But I plan on it. You're being bullied. I'm supposed to be working on a script. A script? A video script? I am still nowhere near a position where I can make videos. Well, at least not like that anyway. Maybe someday, it's just I haven't really been in the headspace for that sort of thing. You are attempting. That is great. That is fantastic. Hey, Chesh, I have a question. When you subbed yesterday, was it multiple months at once or just one? Because Twitch messages are weird. Okay, yeah, no, I understand what it is now. Yeah. There's not really much of, what's it called? There's not much of an indicator on the Twitch message whether a sub is a single month or multiple. So I always have to check first, because sometimes I need to spin the wheel more than once. I love you, though. I appreciate you. And I mean that. I'm sorry I interrupted your script with, my shenanigans, but I've had fun. I will try my best to work on these. That'll be my priority for tomorrow. Of course. I'll try to actually start during the day tomorrow as well. It's just today I had a Father's Day gathering I needed to go to, so I had no way of streaming during the day. I'll definitely work on this. Did you want me to message you when I start working on this? In case you wanted, like, give an input on things? Yeah, I figured as much. But I always want to check. Because, Chess, you use the same indicator I use to indicate that you're about to start streaming, which is the Steam notification. As soon as one of us loads stream avatars, that's an indicator that we're about to stream. Although I have to say, what the heck was happening earlier? I was watching a YouTube video when I got home from the gathering. And I just got like 10 million Cheshly Plays things open stream avatars. Yeah, I just got a million notifications that you opened and closed stream avatars at like 8 PM my time, or like 7 for you. It was weird. They stopped now, though. Oh well. Maybe it's just Steam being Steam. You're playing with a... I did see that. That might have been what it was. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what it is. I think, once you close a demo, your, like, status on Discord shows that you're playing stream avatars, because you already have that open, which is probably where that notification comes from. That would make sense. Have you ever thought of trying the minigames for stream avatars? Like how I have my Battle Royale? You obviously don't need some sort of fancy scene for it. That's just a me thing. But I enjoy them. I'm just taking it easy tonight because, what's it called? Worried that you have too much going on in streams. Personally, I don't think it's that bad. Like, for me, I particularly like to trigger them during ad breaks. So, like, whenever ads are running, I'll just trigger them. I can definitely understand what you mean with, like, the who's that Pokemon or the leaves. But I think it could be fun. I don't think it would be that distracting, especially if it's, like, only, like, hourly, for example. If that's ever something you consider, I'm always happy to help. Trust me, I have a lot of suggestions and ideas for things, and I think that's a result of how much I've been around. Because you have become part of, like, my routine. Did I tell you the dates of the birthday stream? You'll be sad, going back to work and not being able to stream as much. That's definitely fair. I hope that you'll at least be able to enjoy it while it lasts, though. July 6th through the 15th. Hold on, let me pop out of the island real quick. Because I want to show you a little something. I believe the 6th is a Monday. And the 15th is a Wednesday. The day you go back to work. No. I'm sure you don't work every day, though. Monday through Friday. Yeah. So the weekends could work. Well, I mean, I know you normally stream Pokemon and Zelda over the weekend. I want to interrupt that, but... I thought about it, and I think it could also be fun to make it sort of like a group thing. Like, it's not just you and me. Like, we just have a full 4-player lobby where we just have various mini games that we play. Yesterday, I was pondering some possibilities. One of them included a giant waterfall, like using the Lapras ability. That's why I just have this giant pillar right here. There's also, like, setting a countdown with fireworks and trying to break the most blocks in a certain amount of time. And also, we use the same pit idea, but instead of a lava pit, you're all the way up here, and you just get knocked off. If you have time during that weekend, Which I know that's still a few weeks away, but let me know. I'd totally be down to, like, set something up. Because I know Clemmy was going to try and make some time for this as well. An hour to decompress, then you can. Sure thing. Man, but Saturday's your late day. We'll figure something out. Yeah, we'll definitely figure something out for sure. I'm in the process of setting up the schedule. I would have done this way earlier if not for the fact that I got really sick. But yeah. My goal is to have a collab on each day. Which... that's going to be a huge challenge, because that means that I would need to set up 9 collabs. Like... I have lots of friends, but would I be able to actually plan something like that? I gotta figure that out. Because, to be honest, I think the best birthday gift I could ever have, more than any physical thing that anyone ever gives me, is just spending time with friends. Like, you know this, Chesh, because of how much I'm around in your streams. I love spending time with my friends. It's like one of my favorite things of all time. So that's why every year I always like to dedicate, like, multiple days to prep just games to play with everyone. Like, I really enjoy it. If there's any way you can help, of course. You're willing to be tired for our friend. I know, but I always feel bad. Chesh, I felt especially bad when mid-Pokeathon you decide to stay awake late just to talk to me. You did not have to. I know. I will say, though, in a few months' time, I will eventually bestow you upon a sword. I'm just waiting for a certain thing to happen first. Every year I always refresh my mod team around August when my stream anniversary is. Around that time is when I usually move things around. What should I be putting away here? I guess I'll just put these. The grubby book. Sure. Okay, yeah, I did not need to clear my throat this much. Yesterday. I think it's the fact that I did not take my meds today. Although, to be fair, I had a lot going on, so I didn't really have the time to. I think it's you. Oh man. It was not Cacturn. Hopefully my throat will feel a tiny bit better tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow is the last day before the Pokeathon event. Or Pokeathon? Jirachi event. Which I am excited about. We haven't had a Pokopia event since Sableye, which began in like the end of April. I know there'll be some Jirachi themed items. I also wonder if there'll be other events that happen like during the month of July or August. I would imagine not. I feel like they're mainly going to want to hype up the DLC. But we shall see. Hey, that rhymed. Alright. Is it time for me to wrap up? Probably, huh? I've been awake since 7 a.m. And it is 1:14. That's 18 hours of being awake. My god. I know you just said you're willing to be tired for a friend, but it means a lot that you're still here so late, Chesh. Alright, well, if you guys want to see 6 to 10 hours of me, I have good news for you. I normally stream that amount of time. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you can catch me then. I will say, my Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday starts may be influenced by something. May or may not be competing for something first. But after that, I'll probably be on those days. But yeah. Alright. Still slowly getting back into that streaming groove. Again, I almost canceled the stream. I almost decided not to because I just got so tired, but like, July is already going to be a really busy month as is. I want to make up for all the missed time this month now while I still can. So that is what I will be taking advantage of. The only big thing happening aside from the Jirachi event is a 12-hour stream that'll be happening on Sunday. That'll be to celebrate Mario Maker 2's 7-year anniversary. Then the next thing after that would be the birthday stream, which is going to be happening much earlier than it was supposed to. But you know what? That's alright. I am excited. I'm kind of overwhelmed because there's a bunch of components that I need to get ready. And a lot of friends have been busy as of late. But I'm definitely going to try my best to make that stream just the best it can be and as fun as possible. I think Appy should be coming back this week, I want to say. I think this would be the week that she comes back. I'm not entirely sure, but if it is, who knows? Maybe something will happen at the end of this week. But yeah. This is not my usual stream where I have a whole outro and stuff. This is just my short streams, so as a result, I'm just gonna put in my links and leave it at that. But as always, I very much appreciate everyone for being here. If you want to catch me outside of stream, my Discord is the best way for that. To keep up with updates from the community and just chat with everyone. Of course, you got all of my other platforms, such as my Blue Sky Instagram, my YouTube channels. You got my website if you want to check out highlights and fan art. You got my merch store if you want to spread that A-Dylite cheer IRL. And of course, you got the stream teams I'm a part of, the Benevolence Bringers and the Super Mario Society. And also, as a reminder, I am trying to reach 2,000 followers by the end of 2026. If we reach that goal, I will stream for 2,000 minutes, which, for the record, is 33 hours long. Something around there, I think. So that'll be long. But yeah. For now, I am on the road to 1,700. My channel, admittedly, has kind of been in a bit of a slump recently, but that's my own fault. I definitely want to build back up to where I was before. But yeah. I think that's everything I have to mention. My throat is getting really tired, so I'm going to take some time to hydrate and then get some rest. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here as always. Definitely be sure to stay safe, stay positive, stay healthy. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. And I will see you all on the flip side. Have a good one, my friends.